this 5 o'clock session of Shaking Scenes by Shakespeare. My name's Lizzie. I'm the artistic director for the company, and we are choosing to spend our time in isolation creating scenes for you today using cue-scripted parts. This means the actors that are working with us today have not seen or heard each other's lines. They have not rehearsed together, and they have not seen what their scene partners are going to be saying to them. They will hear those lines for the first time when you all hear them out there in audience land. Thank you very much for joining us from your various seclusions. We hope that we will be able to bring a little bit of theatrical fun and games into your afternoons. If you want to know any more about the company, then please email us on team, T-E-A-M, at shake-sceneshakespeare.co.uk, or you can tweet us, because I will be monitoring messages during the live stream. We are at Shake Scenery, SHAKESCENERY on Twitter. You can also find out more about us on our website, www.shake-sceneshakespeare.co.uk. So we are going to present 3 scenes for you in this session performance. We have from 3 different plays. My job for this particular event is I'm not going to be in the scenes, so you won't be having to watch me. But I will be monitoring the book script, because my job for the company is I'm the prompter. Now, the actors that are working with us today, they haven't had their parts for very long. They've only had them a couple of days. So they're going to be reading their parts to us. They've all prepared, but just in case, I have the whole script in front of me, and hopefully nothing will go wrong, but you never know. So all part of the fun of the fair. Right. Do we have the actors ready and available for the first scene from Richard III? We have Claire, Valentina, and Zoe all ready to go?
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
we do. Can I just remind everybody that is not in the scene to mute their microphone, please?
Yes. Please mute your microphone.
There
all
we
these
go.
things we're starting to learn. So, we're going first for a scene from Richard III. So Richard, at this point, Duke of Gloucester, has political plans that he is beginning to put in train, and they revolve around the Lady Anne. The trouble is, she can't stand the sight of him. Let us see what goes on. So, I will read the stage direction, and then I will cue the first speaker, and then it's all up to you guys. Right. So, Lady Anne enters, following a corpse and corpse bearers. Enter Richard, Duke of Gloucester. Richard, you are first to speak.
Say you that bear the course and set it down.
What black magician conjures up this fiend to stop devoted charitable deeds?
Villains, set down the course, or by St. Paul, I'll make a course of him that disobeys.
My lord, stand back and let the coffin pass.
Unmannered dog, standst thou when I command. Advance thy halbert higher than my breast, or by St. Paul I'll strike thee to my foot, and spurn upon thee, beggar, for thy boldness.
What? Do you tremble? Are you all afraid? Alas, I blame you not, for you are mortal, and mortal eyes cannot endure the devil. Avan, thou dreadful minister of hell, thou hadst but power over his mortal body, his soul thou canst not have. Therefore, begone.
Sweet saint, for charity, be not so cursed.
Foul devil! For God's sake, hence, and trouble us not, for thou hast made the happy earth thy hell, filled it with cursing cries and deep exclaims. If thou delight to view thy heinous deeds, behold this pattern of thy butcheries. O God, which this blood madest revenge his death. O earth, which this blood drinkst, revenge his death. Either heaven with lightning strike the murderer dead, or earth gape open wide and eat him quick, as thou dost swallow up this good king's blood. which his hell-governed arm hath butchered.
Lady, you know no rules of charity which renders good for bad, blessings for curses.
Villain, thou knowest no law of God nor men, no beast so fierce, but knowest some touch of pity?
But I know none, and therefore am no beast.
How wonderful, when devil tell the truth.
More wonderful when angels are so angry. Vouchsafe, divine perfection of a woman, of these supposed crimes, to give me leave by circumstance but to acquit myself.
Vouchsafe, diffused infection of men, of these known evils, but to give me leave by circumstance to curse thy cursed self.
Fairer than tongue can name thee, let me have some patient leisure to excuse myself.
Fouler than heart can think thee, thou canst make no excuse current but to hang thyself.
By such despair I should accuse myself.
And by despairing shalt thou stand excused for doing worthy vengeance on thyself, that didst unworthy slaughter upon others.
Say that I slew them not.
Then say they were not slain, but dead they are, and devilish slave by thee.
I did not kill your husband.
Why then he is alive?
Nay, he is dead and slain by Edward's hands.
In thy foul throat thou liest. Queen Margaret, so, thy murderous falchion smoking in his blood, the which thou once didst bend against her breast, but that thy brothers beat aside the point.
I was provoked by her slanderous tongue that laid their guilt upon my guiltless shoulders.
Thou wast provoked by thy bloody mind, that ne'er dreamst on oath but butcheries. Didst thou not kill this king?
I grant you.
Dost thou grant me hedgehog? Then God grant me too. Thou mayest be damned for that wicked deed. Oh, he was gentle, mild, and virtuous.
The better for the King of Heaven that hath him.
He is in heaven, where thou shalt never come.
Let him thank me that hoped to send him thither, for he was fitter for that place than earth.
And thou unfit for any place but hell.
Yes, one place else, if you will hear me name it.
Some dungeon?
Your bedchamber.
I'll rest betide the chamber where thou liest.
So will it, madam, till I lie with you.
I hope so.
I know so. But gentle Lady Anne, to leave this keen encounter of our wits and fall something into a slower method. Is not the causer of the timeless deaths of these Plantagenets, Henry and Edward, as blameful as the executioner?
Thou wast the cause and most accursed effect.
Your beauty was the cause of that effect. Your beauty that did haunt me in my sleep to undertake the death of all the world, so I might live 1 hour in your sweet bosom.
If I thought that, I tell thee, homicide, these nails should rend that beauty from my cheeks.
If these eyes could not enjoy beauty's rack, you should not blemish it if I stood by. All the world is cheered by the sun, so I by that. It is my day, my life.
Black night o'ershade thy day, and death thy life.
Curse not thyself, fair creature, thou art both.
I would I were to be revenged on thee.
It is a quarrel most unnatural to be revenged on him that loveth thee.
It is a quarrel just and reasonable to be revenged on him that killed my husband.
He that bereft the lady of thy husband did it to help thee to a better husband.
His better doth not breathe upon the earth.
He lived,
Richard?
loved thee better than he could.
Name him?
Plantagenet,
Why, that was he.
the self-same name, but one of better nature.
Where is he?
Here. Why dost thou spit at me?
Would it were mortal poison for thy sake?
Or never came poison from so sweet a place.
Never hung poison on a fouler toad. Out of my sight, thou dost infect mine eyes.
Thine eyes, sweet lady, have infected mine.
Would they were basilisks to strike thee dead.
I would they were, that I might die at once, for now they kill me with a living death.
And that's where we have to land the scene. Well done, ladies. Well done. Well done. Wow. We've got spitting across the internet now. There's absolutely nothing we can't do. Cool. Well done. So, moving on to a complete change of mood. We are going to go into a comedy of errors. And if you are familiar with this particular play, it involves two pairs of twins who get themselves very much entangled and confused and conflicted as they go through their daily lives in one particular city. We have, in the play, there are two twin Antipholuses and two twin Dromios who serve their masters Antipholus. And in this scene, we have an Antipholus and we have a Dromio, but they may not be exactly who they think they are. So we're going to have a wonderful comedy of misunderstanding. Thank you, Will. You did these so well. We have, right, so we've got Antipholus, we've got Dromio, we've got Adriana, and we've got Luciana. Is everybody there and ready? I'm just letting Valentina switching back to being our technical wizard from being Lady Anne.
Trying to unmute.
Okay, so we have Siegfried, Linda, Lizzie Bell, and Dewi. Okay, so I will again, well, it's a pretty simple start. We have Antipholus of Syracuse, and then we have Dromio of Syracuse coming in. Okay, everybody ready? Oh, come on, look excited. Come on, everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, enter Antipholus of Syracuse.
The gold I gave to Dromio is laid up, safe at the centaur, and the heedful slave is wandered forth in care to seek me out. See, here he comes. How now, sir? Is your merry humour altered? As you love strokes, so jest with me again. You know no centaur, you received no gold, your mistress sent to have me home to dinner.
Dromio, what say you, sir? Valentina, have we got Linda? Just to prove this is completely live theatre, everybody.
Am I visible? Apologies.
No, Antipholus, can you cue Dromio in again? Your mistress sent you home, sent to have me home.
Your mistress sent to have me home to dinner.
What say you, sir? When spake I such a word?
Even no, even here, not half an hour since.
Well, I did not see you, since you sent me hence home to the centaur with the gold you gave me.
The villain, thou didst deny the gold's receipt, and told me of a mistress and a dinner.
Well, I am glad to see you in this merry vein. What means this jest? I pray you, master, tell me.
Yeah, dost thou jest and float me in the teeth? Think I jest? Hold, take that, and that.
Oh, hold, sir, for God's sake. Now your jest is earnest. Upon what bargain do you give it me?
If you will jest with me, know my aspect, and fashion your demeanour to my looks, or I will beat this method in your sconce.
Sconce, call you it? So you would leave battering? I had rather have it ahead, and you use these blows long. I must get a sconce for my head and ensconce it too, or else I shall sink my wit in my shoulders. But I pray, sir, why am I beaten?
Dost thou not know?
time, sir, but I am beaten.
Shall I tell you why?
Aye, sir, and wherefore? For they say, every why hath a wherefore.
Why, first, for floating me, and then wherefore for urging it to the second time to me.
Was there ever any man thus beaten out of season, when in the why and the wherefore is neither rhyme nor reason? Well, sir, I thank you.
Thanks me, sir. For what?
Marry, sir, for this something that you give me for nothing.
I knew it would be a bold conclusion, but soft waftest yonder. Plead.
Enter Adriana and Luciana.
Aye.
She didn't just freeze.
She did.
Ah! Technical difficulties again. I think it just might be that the internet is a little bit busy today. Can we get her back?
Like, there we go. I can try and get her back. Give me a second. We're gonna call Adriana through the internet again. There we go.
We will call Adriana. Everybody call her. Call Adriana. Calling Adriana. Come on, Adriana. Who's coming?
Oh, wrong person, wrong
Well,
person.
Theatre of Live Theatre. And in the open air playhouses of London, this is what you would have had. You know, if anybody's ever been to a play at the Shakespeare's Globe, you'll know that things happen. We get pigeons flying onto the stage, and you get the helicopters that go over, and so we have to respond in a live way to a truly live atmosphere. And luckily for us, the internet provides the same kind of high-risk environment. So make
just
sure.
imagine with the internet lag in medieval times, must have been shocking.
Oh, it must have been awful. I mean, I think they still had dial-up connection back then, so goodness knows how they coped at all. Indeed.
Elizabeth is back. Let's see if she's
Hello,
live.
hello.
We can
Oh,
hear
she's
you, we
back.
can't see you yet.
Okay.
But if we can hear you, it's half the battle.
Keep talking. Well, if you
Should I crack on?
Start from the beginning. We lost you after the first word. It was beautiful.
Okay.
There you are. We can see you as well. Fantastic.
Do you want your cue?
Yes, why not?
I knew it would be a bold conclusion, but soft. Who wafts us yonder?
I Antipholus. Look strange and frown.
There she
The
is.
mother mistress have thy sweet aspects. I'm not Adriana, nor thy wife. The time was once when thou unurged wouldst vow, the never words were music in thine ear, the never object pleasing in thine eye, the never touch well welcome in thy hand, that never meat sweet savoured in thy taste, unless I spak, or looked, or touched, or carved to thee. How comes it now, my husband, how comes it, that thou art then estranged from thyself? Thyself I call it, being strange to me, that undividable and corporate and better than thy dear self's better part. Ah, do not tear away thyself from me, for know my love, as easy mayst thou fall a drop of water in the breaking gulf, and take unmingled thence that drop again, without addition and diminishing, as take from me thyself, and not me too. How dearly would it touch thee to the quick, shouldst thou but hear I were licentious, and that this body consecrate to thee by ruffian lust should be contaminate? Wouldst thou not spit at me, and spurn at me, and hurl the name of husband in my face, and tear the stained skin of my harlot brow, and from my false hand cut the wedding ring, and break it with a deepening divorcing vow? I know thou canst, and therefore I see thou do it. I am possessed with an adulterate blot. My blood is mingled with the crime of lust, for if we two be one, and thou play false, I do digest the poison in thy flesh. Being strumpeted by thy contagion, keep then fair league and truce with thy true bed. I live disdained, thou undishonoured.
Plead you to me, fair dame? I know you not. In Ephesus I am but 2 hours old, as strange unto your town as to your talk, who every word by all my wits being scanned, wants wit in all, one word to understand.
Fie, brother, how the world is changed with you. When were you wont to use my sister thus? She sent for you by Dromio home to dinner.
By Dromio?
By me?
By thee. And this thou didst return from him, that he did buffet thee, and in his blows denied my house for his, me for his wife.
Did you converse, sir, with this gentlewoman? What is the course and drift of your compact?
I, sir? I never saw her till this time.
Villain, thou liest, for even her very word didst thou deliver to me on the mart.
I never spake with her in all my life.
How can she thus then call us by our names?
How ill agrees it with your gravity, to counterfeit thus grossly with your slave, abetting him to thwart me in my mood. Be it my wrong, you are from me exempt, but wrong not that wrong with more contempt. Come, I will fasten on this sleeve of thine. Thou art an elm, my husband, and I a vine, whose weakness married to thy stranger state makes me with my strength to communicate. If aught possess thee from me, it is dross, upsurping ivy, briar, or idle moss, who all for want of pruning with intrusion infect thy sap, and live, oh, thy confusion.
To me she speaks, she moves me for her theme. What, was I married to her in my dream? Or sleep I now, and think I hear all this?
Dromio, go bid the servants spread for dinner.
Oh, for my beads! Across me for a sinner! This is the fairyland. Oh, spite of spites! We talk with goblins, owls, and sprites. If we obey them not, this will ensue. They'll suck our breath or pinch us black and blue.
Why pratest thou to thyself and answerest not? Dromio, thou snail, thou slug, thou sot.
I am transformed, master, am I not?
I think thou art in mind, and so am I.
Nay, master, both in mind and in my shape.
Thou hast thine own form.
No, I am an ape.
If thou art changed to aught, 'tis to an ass.
Oh, 'tis true, she rides me, and I long for grass. 'Tis so, I am an ass. Else it could never be, but I should know her as well as she knows me.
Come, come, no longer will I be a fool to put the finger in the eye and weep, whilst man and master laughs my woes to scorn. Come, sir, to dinner. Dromio, keep the gate. Husband, I'll dine above with you today, and shrive you of 1,000 idle pranks. Sirrah,
You of 1,000 idle pranks, sirrah, if any ask you for your master, say he dines forth, and let no creature enter. Come, sister, Dromio, play the porter well.
Am I in earth, in heaven, or in hell?
Master, shall I be porter at the gate?
Aye, and let none enter, lest I break your pate.
Come, come, Antipholus. We dine too late.
And exeunt omnes. Everyone leaves the stage to go and have a lovely, peaceful dinner. I bet that's going to be a fun meal. Well done, everybody. And thank you to our audience for continuing to bear with us. We do enjoy these live challenges as presented by the internet. We have one more scene, but just before we go into our last scene, I'm just going to trail our next performance, which is 3 o'clock next Sunday. And we are going to be doing a very much shortened version of Romeo and Juliet, because this week and last week we've been experimenting. So doing these scenes is basically us finding our way through this brand new art form that is burgeoning all over the internet, which is live theatre, and for us, cue-scripted and unrehearsed. But we will be doing Romeo and Juliet next week, and we will be including some isolated non-contact stage combat, which is in the process of being choreographed. And I know it sounds unlikely, but it should look quite interesting. That's the aim. So we will be back once we finish today. If you're around next Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock, we'll be here doing our Romeo and Juliet, which will last for about an hour, hour and a half. And again, if you want to get in touch with us, it's team@shake-sceneshakespeare.co.uk. Tweet us at Shake Scenery. The website is www.shake-sceneshakespeare.co.uk. You can also find us on Instagram and find us on Facebook. We would love to take questions. We're working on ways to deliver teaching of our techniques and the ways of working, again, over the internet during these ways. So if you're interested in having a go, seeing how this works, then please get in touch. We'd love to talk to you. Right, I need 2 more players to do the last scene because we're going to 2 Gentlemen of Verona. I need 1 Georgia and 1 Jeffrey. 2 more brave players that we have up online. Are they set and ready to go, Valentina? Okay, so we are now going to Verona. I know this is the only way we can travel, and it's the best travel. It's the travel of the imagination. So 2 Gentlemen of Verona. We are going to meet the Lady Julia, and she's going to have a conversation with her loyal maid Lucetta, and she's got a bit of a problem on her hands because is she in love? Is she not in love? Could she be in love? Let's find out. Okay, so it's a straightforward intro, and the first person to speak will be Lady Julia. So, George, are you ready?
Yes, ready.
Yes, wonderful. So, enter Julia and Lucetta.
But say, Lucetta, now we are alone, wouldst thou then counsel me to fall in love?
Ay, madam, so you stumble not unheedfully.
Of all the fair resort of gentlemen that every day with Paul encounter me, in my opinion, which is worthiest love?
Please, you repeat their names. I'll show my mind according to my shallow, simple skill.
What thinkst thou of the fair Sir Eglamour?
As of a knight, well spoken, neat and fine, but were I you, he never should be mine.
What thinkst thou of the rich Mercatio?
Well, of his wealth, but of himself, so-so.
What thinkst thou of the gentle Proteus?
Lord, Lord, to see what folly reigns in us.
How now? What means this passion at his name?
Pardon, dear madam, 'tis a passing shame that I, unworthy body as I am, should censure thus on lovely gentlemen.
Why not on Proteus, as of all the rest?
Then thus, of many good, I think him best.
Your reason?
I have no other, but a woman's reason. I think him so, because I think him so.
And wouldst thou have me cast my love on him?
Aye, if you thought your love not cast away.
Why, he, of all the rest, hath never moved me.
Yet he of all the rest, I think, best loves ye.
speaking shows his love but small.
Fire that's closest kept burns most of all.
They do not love that do not show their love.
Oh, they love least that let men know their love.
I would I knew his mind.
Peruse this paper, madam,
To Julia. Say from whom?
that the contents will show.
Say, who gave it thee?
Sir Valentine's page I sensed, I think, from Proteus. He would have given it to you, but I, being in the way, did in your name receive it. Pardon the fault, I pray.
Now, by my modesty, a goodly broker, dare you presume to harbour wanton lies, to whisper and conspire against my youth? Now, trust me, 'tis an office of great worth, and you an officer fit for the place. There, take the paper, see it be returned, or else return no more into my sight.
To plead for love deserves more fee than hate.
Will ye be gone?
That you may ruminate.
Exit
And yet I
Lucetta.
would I had o'erlooked the letter. It were shame to call her back again and pray her to a fault for which I chid her. What fool is she, that knowest I am a maid, and would not force the letter to my view? Maids, in modesty, say no to that which they would have the profferer construe. Fie, fie, how wayward is this foolish love, that like a testy babe will scratch the nurse, and presently, all humbled, kiss the rod. How churlishly I chid Lucetta hence, when willingly I would have had her here. How angrily I taught my brow to frown, when inward joy enforced my heart to smile. My penance is to call Lucetta back, and ask remission for my folly past. What ho, Lucetta?
What would your lordship?
Is near dinner time?
I would it were that you might kill your stomach on your meat, and not upon your maid.
What is't that you took up so gingerly?
Nothing.
Why didst thou stoop then?
To take a paper up that I let fall.
And is that paper nothing?
Nothing concerning me.
Then let it lie, for those that it concerns.
Madam, it will not lie where it concerns, unless it hath a false interpreter.
Some love of yours hath writ to you in rhyme.
That I might sing it, madam, to a tune. Give me a note your ladyship can set of light of love.
As little by such toys as may be possible. Best sing it to the tune of Light of Love.
It is too beauty for so light a tune.
Heavy. Belike it hath some burden then.
Aye, and melodious were it. Would you sing it?
And why not you?
Well, I cannot reach so high.
Let's see your song. How now, minion?
Keep tune there still, so you will sing it out. And yet methinks I do not like this tune.
You do not.
No, madam, 'tis too sharp.
You, minion, are too saucy.
Nay, now, you are too flat, and mar the concord with too harsh a descant. There wanteth but a mean to fill your song.
The mean is drowned with you, unruly bass.
Indeed, I bid the bass for Proteus.
This babble shall not henceforth trouble me. Here is the with protestation. Go, get you gone, and let the papers lie. You would be fingering them to anger me.
She makes it strange, but she would be best pleased to be so angered with another letter.
Nay, would I were so angered with the same. Oh, hateful hands, to tear such loving words, injurious wasps, to feed on such sweet honey and kill the bees that yield it with your stings. I'll kiss each several paper for amends. Look, here is writ, kind Julia. Unkind Julia, as in revenge of thy ingratitude, I throw thy name against the bruising stones, trampling contemptuously on thy disdain. Here is writ, love wounded Proteus. Poor wounded name, my bosom as a bed shall lodge thee till thy wound be thoroughly healed. And thus I search it with a sovereign kiss. But twice, or thrice was Proteus written down. Be calm, good wind, blow not a word away till I have found each letter in the letter, except mine own name, that some whirlwind bear unto a ragged fearful hanging rock and throw it thence into the raging sea. No, here in one line is his name, twice writ. Poor, forlorn Proteus, passionate Proteus, to the sweet Julia. That I'll tear away. And yet, I will not. It so prettily he couples it to his complaining names. Thus will I fold them, one upon the other. Now kiss, embrace, contend, do what you will.
Madam, dinner is ready, and your father stays.
Well, let us go.
What shall these papers lie, like telltales here?
If you respect them, best to take them up.
Nay, I was taken up for laying them down, yet here they shall not lie for catching cold.
I see you have a month's mind to them.
Ay, madam, you may say what sights you see. I see things too, although you judge I wink.
Come, come, will please you go.
And off they go. There we go, Julia and Lucetta. Thank you very much. And I hope that you stay very nice and safe out there in Verona, doing everything as well as we all are trying to. So that's the end of this afternoon's programme of Scenes. Thank you again for joining us. We hope that you have enjoyed. Again, you know how to contact us. The information's there at the bottom of our feed. So we wish you all much good health and good spirits. Stay safe, stay indoors, keep washing your hands. Let's everybody take care of each other. And if you can, join us next week, 3 o'clock, and we'll do some Romeo and Juliet. Okay, so stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you all again. Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you next week.
Bye.